Welcome back to the channel. We're here with our book 6 summoning session. Our goal is very simple. We're going to try to get as many ashes as possible. We'll also be summoning on red. We'll probably skip the greens unless it's like 3 orbs because he's going to get demoted, so it's not that big of a deal. And we'll probably pick him up later. So anyway, let's jump in, and we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to go over all of the FEH channel and also talk about the refines a bit. I think that this FEH channel was actually amazing, so let's just go ahead and start. Okay, what are we going to get? Blues are useless, so I guess we're just going to do the red and the colorless here. So where to start? Oh my gosh, that FEH channel was pretty nuts. My first impression, I guess, would be I'm glad that we're going back to Askr and Embla. I feel like that had a lot of good setup, and they didn't take full advantage of it in book 1. They kind of moved on really quickly. And with book 3, they kind of built it up a bit with the relationship between Veronica and Alphonse, and over time, it's kind of been developing. So I'm happy that they're going back and kind of jumping back into that setting. And hopefully we get some actually good story. I think they do need to spend a little more time, so hopefully maybe they'll add a few more story chapters, even if they don't add more orbs. If they just add in, I don't know, some other reward, I'd be happy with it, like Dragon Flowers or Sacred Seals or something. And then take their time and make a really solid story. That'd be great. Our new OC Ashe, I think she is adorable. She is so cute. I love her. I think it's also because she's a beast, and I always love beast units. They're some of my favorite types. So now that we have another mythic beast unit, it gives me another chance to run more beast teams, which I always enjoy. Unfortunately, I don't really like that she's a light unit. I wish that she was Astra instead, because I would be able to use her on my existing teams. And also, she buffs attack, so I could use her with like Altina and Regan possibly, and give even more attack, which would be nice. And she also works really well with Yuri, so that could have been fun as well. But overall, I think she's still a pretty solid unit. Do we go for the green here? It's only 3 orbs. No, I think we'll back out. Okay, so let's start with Priam. Priam is, he's okay. He's not the best, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, this circle sucks. Essentially, his stat line is pretty solid though. He has 41 HP, 41 attack, 40 speed, 35 defense, and 26 resistance. So very solid stat line. But he has like a bad Ragnall in my opinion. Essentially, you're getting distant counter and attack and defense -6, which is effectively plus attack, plus 6 attack, defense, and resistance. So pretty much a distant counter weapon with some stats. It's very, very tame for a book 6 unit. I was about to say book 5, book 6 unit. So I don't think he's going to be exceptionally great. I think he'll be okay at best. I think like pretty much a lot of red swords are going to be a lot better than him, and it's a very bloated pool. So he really needed something more to stand out. And he doesn't come with like amazing skills either, so overall not that great. Basilio unfortunately did not get a PRF weapon. I was hoping they'd give him one, but instead we have another Axe Infantry demote, so you know, it's okay. It's whatever. His stat line's okay. I don't think it's actually that great because they put a lot of his BST into HP. He has 48 HP, which is very high. They could have took some of that out and put it somewhere else to make him a little bit better, in my opinion. But if you've been waiting for Basilio, he is here, and his art is very good, I would say. So hopefully you're happy with that. Let's grab this colorless. Next, we have Flavia, and Flavia I love. Oh, she's so gorgeous. She's great. Her stat line's very solid. 41 HP, 40 attack, 41 speed, 36 defense. Let's go, Ashe! We got Ashe. Yes! Okay, so this is already good, because we just want as many ashes as we can get. And she is here, and she is plus defense, which I think is a super boon, so that is great. She's so cute. Look at her. Oh my gosh, the pouty face. Amazing. Awesome. Let's back out here. Back to Flavia. We will get to Ashe, though, I promise. So she does have her PRF Linus Blade, and it's a pretty solid weapon. So essentially she gets minus special cooldown, she gets attack and speed +6 if she's above 25% HP, and she ignores damage reduction, which is very, very strong. Oh, why did I hit green? I literally clicked it and I was like, wait, what am I doing? Maybe we'll get Basilios. Nope, we didn't get Basilios. Never mind. Arthur. Anyway, and then if she's above 25% HP and the foe's above 75% HP, she gets special cooldown +1 per attack. So overall, I would say she came out with a very strong weapon, very strong stat line. Her art's great. I think she looks amazing. So I'm pretty happy that she finally did make it into the game. I would like to get a copy of her, but I'm not going to go super hard. She'll eventually show up because she is going to be in the main pool, so I'm not too worried about it. She does come with a new line of skill though, Red Feud. And Red Feud is very interesting. Essentially, it has Bremimon's preference skill, but it only works for red units. So essentially what it does is it cancels out the support of any unit around the unit. So like any drives, or like if you have like legendary Byleth, like no follow-up or something like that, it would cancel all those out. And then it also does -4 to all stats. So it's pretty much like a new, I would say it's almost a new version of Triangle Adept in a way. And what I mean by that is like Triangle Adept was pretty much there to help you win matchups that you are very good at. And so by having this, essentially it gives Flavia a way to be very strong against red units, which she's red unit too, I guess, but it's pretty interesting. I don't know how good it actually is. I don't think it works against safe skills because Bremimon's skill does not, so I have not seen anyone talk about that yet. But if it does work against save skills, that could be pretty interesting. I don't think that the red version would be very good though, but like maybe a blue version would be very strong. Because that would work against Brave Hector. Yeah, let's keep going. Very interesting though. And then we have Muriel, and Muriel unfortunately is a demote as well, so she did not get a preference weapon. She does have a pretty solid stat line though. She has 37 attack and 40 speed, so she's pretty fast. So you can invest into her if you really want to, and she will be a strong unit, so that's good at least. What I really like about Muriel though is her fodder. So for me, attack and speed ideal plus attack and speed ideal 3 is already a very good skill, but it also lets you get inheritance, so you can get attack and speed ideal 4 and then something else as well on a unit. So that's a very, very nice fodder. I love that. Whenever I summon her, that's going to be amazing pool. And then we have Yanfei. So Yanfei is our free GHP unit, and he is bonkers good for a free unit. I can't believe that he is so good. He's better than Priam in my opinion, like by quite a bit too. His weapon comes with distant counter. Oh! Midori. I don't have a Midori. My first Midori ever. Nice. That's like Spendthrift and Close Foil. Yes, it is. I probably won't kill her though. I don't really have anyone to use that on right now. Let's do this right as well. So this is going pretty well. He comes with distant counter in his weapon, and he comes with damage reduction in his weapon, speed-based damage reduction. And he has a pretty solid stat line: 37 attack, 42 speed, 32 defense, 28 resistance. Very good. He has a bit more HP than I'd like. I wish he was at 40 HP, and we could take that 3 extra HP and put it into either defense or resistance maybe to make him a little bit more bulky. But really, for a free-to-play unit, it's a really excellent stat line. And the great thing about that is that you can easily run no follow-up in his B slot, and then he's going to be really difficult to deal with, right? You can stop the auto follow-ups in Arena, and he's going to be very good. He could be used in AR if you wanted to. I wouldn't really recommend it because I feel like speed-based damage reduction is starting to kind of go out of the meta at the moment. There's a lot of things that like kind of nerf it in a sense. That's why save balls are so strong right now. But as an arena core unit, he's going to be excellent. He's going to score 185, and he's going to be able to deal with all kinds of problems. He's just a very, very good unit, and his art's great too. So it's like a double win situation. And then lastly, we have Ashe, and Ashe is definitely the star of this banner in my opinion. She is amazing. So let's start with her stat line. So Ashe is pretty slow. She has 41 HP, 39 attack, 27 speed, 41 defense, 34 resistance. So she's very bulky. But she also has a very good preference weapon. This is like a pretty stacked one. I don't know if it's like in the best category, but it's definitely up there, right? So she gets special cooldown -1, and then if a unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, she gets +6 attack, and then she inflicts -6 attack, which means that it's very good for Gale Force, right? Because that's a 12 attack swing, which means that you're going to be able to hit heavy blade checks much easier. Then if she gets an additional effect based off how many allies are within 3 spaces. So if there's 2 allies or more, you get a guaranteed follow-up attack, which is very good because she's slow. And then if there's 3 allies or more, they can't make up a follow attack, so it's going to make her a lot more bulky. And then also she gets what is very interesting. We'll also talk about this with Nyla, but they updated the infantry effect for Beast. I'm not sure if it's just for Nyla and Ashe, or if it's going to be for every infantry Beast unit. We'll have to see for when Keaton gets his refine. But they now have it so it deals 7 damage when special triggers instead of 10, so a bit less. But it neutralizes effects that grant special cooldown charge plus X to foe, or inflex special. So it pretty much ignores guard or special acceleration, which is a very strong effect. It's very, very good. So I think this like really does help her out quite a bit. It's going to help her bulk a ton, and it's also going to allow her to get more damage in if you're going to use her to attack. But the great thing about Ashe is that just like Thor, she can kind of be both things, right? She can do damage, she can hurt things, she can take a hit, but she can also support really, really well. And her support comes in her C-skill, her preference C-skill opening retainer. And what this does is it has allies within 2 spaces can move to spaces with to a space within 2 spaces of a unit. So what that means essentially is if you've seen Summer Tana's Refine, you can let units teleport within 2 spaces of you and like kind of just hit things, right? And this is an amazingly powerful effect. The fact that Summer Tana isn't being used all the time is 1, because she's a summer unit, and 2, because she takes one of your like major spots on your team, right? When you're making a Ether Raids team, you really need to use that support slot you have as best as you can, because you don't get very many. Most of your slots are going to be taken by Mythics. And so the fact that Ashe is a Mythic and she gives that effect allows you to do some crazy plays. And this is why I wanted her in Astra season, to be honest. Because I think with Yuri, she could just have Yuri teleport in, smash somebody, and then Kanto out. And then it's just lets you set these amazing plays. I'm going to try her with Bravelyn. I don't think it's going to be quite as good, but it will still definitely be strong. Also, it has joint drive attack built in there. So it's going to let you also buff their attack up. So for someone like Yuri or Lyn, it's going to be a big boost to their power, while also giving them great support. So I think Ashe is a very strong light mythic. I don't know if she's the best light mythic, but she's definitely better than Euler in my opinion. Which, oh, there's Priam. I didn't really want him the most, to be honest, even though he is Ike's descendant. I never really cared for him in Awakening, if I'm being completely honest. Plus defense. Okay, sure, why not? Why not? We'll take you. Okay, so overall, very, very interesting set of new units. I'm very happy with them. And I think Ashe is going to be pretty strong. I don't know how she's going to be used yet, but I think that IS is kind of pushing us more towards an offensive meta. Because of how strong save balls are, by giving us more and more ways to play offensively, they're allowing new strategies essentially, or better ways to enact old strategies, like how Thor helps with Gale Force so much. Also, Ashe might be very good in the new PvP mode, Summoner Duel, where she's going to be able to allow units to teleport in, right? So if you have her in the front line where she is zoning the enemy, you could have somebody teleport in, smash some face, and then get out with the Kanto usually. So that's pretty solid. We'll have to see. I haven't tested her out, obviously. We're summoning for her right now. But she might be good there. Speaking of which, I guess we should talk about the new Summoner's Duel mode, which is very interesting. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I've been talking about how FEH needs a new game mode desperately bad, and I'm so glad to see we did get one. It's not exactly what I think we needed, but it's extremely fun, and it opens up so many avenues for types of play, right? The fact that it's actual PvP is kind of cool, even though the game is very PvP heavy, I would say, even though the PvP isn't direct like the new mode is. But what I think makes it really cool is the fact that it opens up a social aspect to the game, right? Essentially now you can have like challenges to people. You could have a lot more ways to interact with your community. You could have tournaments, which I know some content creators are already planning that I've been talking to, and myself, I also want to plan a tournament not only for YouTubers but for like the viewers as well. I think that'd be really fun. It's oh my god, yes! Oh, we got 2 ashes. We got 2 ashes before the spark. That's amazing. Just to be clear, we're going Ashe on the spark as well. As much plus speed. I was gonna say that was a good IV, but it's not. As much as I like Flavia, there's no way you can pass up a free light mythic. It's a great deal. Anyway, yeah, so I think it can open up a lot of social aspects to the game, and I think that's really important because that's one of the major things. Oh, we got Siren. That's just funny. She knows her brother's coming and she's like, nah, I'm still good. Look at this weapon. Look how bad this weapon is. It's special cooldown -1, and then you only get distant counter if you're above 50% HP. That's it. That's the whole effect. And this unit isn't even that old. She's what, 2 years old? Maybe a little bit more than that? 2.5 years old? And she has a conditional distant counter weapon. Compare this to Fallen Edelgard, who also has a conditional distant counter weapon, but she gets Gale Force and a bunch of stats in her weapon. Like, Siri got done dirty, and her brother showed up and is already doing better than her, and he's a free-to-play unit. So we only need one more summon. This went really, really quick, actually. Oh my gosh, that was a very fast summoning session. We'll do all of these. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's a very cool mode. I think at the moment, it's really fun. I'm hoping that it stays really fun. I am a bit afraid that the meta will develop, and it might suck some of the fun out. Kind of like how Ether Raids was really like just a complete blast the first couple weeks, and then once the introduction of Mythics and then the meta showed up, and then people stopped enjoying it as much. So I'm hoping that I don't know what they could really do to stop that. I don't think there is any way to stop it, but definitely enjoy it while it's new, and then maybe just find different ways to play with your friends, or try to play with people online where you can kind of like set rules. And the best thing is the mode actually lets you set rules, right? You can kind of, this Brave Claude, yes, oh my gosh. I think I have him at like +7. That's awesome. Great lad. Oh my gosh, the session was awesome. Oh gosh, great session. Okay, also, yeah, but I think it's just a really fun and great mode. I'm having a lot of fun. The rewards are really good, even though the rewards won't reset, and they're gonna have to expand them eventually. Even there's some great rewards in there, which is really, really nice. Formasol and all the Dragon Flowers, great. Overall, I think this mode is just a ton of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I do think that there are some extremely powerful units in the mode still. But the thing is that though they're really powerful now, we don't know what the next maps are going to look like. So the next maps might drastically change who is and isn't strong. Because right now, like units like Yuri, Duo Korin, Legendary Sigurd to an extent. Who else is really strong? All the save units. You pretty much want a save unit on your team. Like currently what I'm doing is like save unit plus Kanto. Oh, Brave Erica. Kanto unit. And then you want a dancer, obviously. So like Duopini is very strong. Duo Dorothea. And you essentially just want to kind of zone people out. But we'll see how much it changes with the different maps. If they do a good job designing the maps, then I think that the meta can shift pretty drastically based off the map itself. So we'll have to see, because they could definitely push it to have maps that are like where flyers are very strong, or maps where cavalry units are very weak, if there's enough like things to stop them from moving. So we'll have to wait and see how the mode develops over time. And I'm hoping that they just really spend a lot of time and invest into it to make it a really fun mode so people want to keep playing it. I also really like that the levels are based off a character you choose as your captain. So it gives you like a kind of a goal to set. Like I want to get your captain to max level and have some fun with that. So overall, I just think it's a fantastic game mode, to be honest. I'm just having a blast, and I'm going to just keep playing it, to be honest, and then we'll have to see what happens from there. Okay, we're going to grab Ashe here. 100%. This was an amazing summoning session. It went so fast I didn't even get to talk about everything I wanted to. The other thing I really wanted to talk about was the new refines a little bit. So I guess we'll talk about that for a second while we stare at Ashe. I think Loki's refine is insanely good. So essentially her weapon has stall and gravity. The stall has attack -7 and the gravity has res -7, as long as you have more HP. And the stall is for melee units and the gravity is for ranged units. So no matter what, she is going to be able to be useful on a team, and like extremely useful, to be honest. Also, she inflicts guard on foes with the lowest speed, right? Which is pretty solid because you can do that on like a save unit, and that can stop a lot of the save units from working as how they're intended to do, like Ascended Fjorm, for example. Wallheart also came out and just like destroyed. I can't believe how good Wallheart's Refine is. Like, he's a free-to-play unit, but he's just insane. He's like a giant stat ball. He is a 4-stat menace, so it hits within 4 spaces, and then he also gets +4 to all stats if he initiates or if he's solo. And that's not even it though. He can also inflict attack and defense -7 on foes. He can stop counter attacks, and he also inflicts attack and defense -5 on the foe if they're above 75% HP. It's a very good refine for a free-to-play unit. It's really awesome. I don't know what made them decide to do that, but I hope they keep doing it. Other than that, I think Libra's Refine is okay, and Tiki's Refine, Summer Tiki's is interesting, but I don't think it's amazing. I love Nyla's Refine actually though. So Nyla does have that new effect just like Ashe, where it does true damage, and it also ignores special cooldown charge and also guard. So it's very, very nice. And also she has Canto, which is the most important thing in my opinion, because of her preference skill Gravity. Her preference skill Gravity is really going to allow her to get in there, hit somebody, apply gravity to the team, and then back out. And I'm very glad they chose to make her weapon more suited to her stat line instead of what her base kit is, because her base kit is Distant Counter and Null C, and she just does not do that well really at all. So I'm glad they decided to focus more on her preference skill and make her unique. So I'm definitely going to have fun with Nyla. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her quite yet, but I'm a big Nyla fan, so there's definitely no way I'm not going to take advantage of that, right? Okay, well, I think there was more I wanted to talk about, but the summoning session is done, and I had a blast. This was an amazing summoning session, and after an amazing Fade channel, I feel pretty great about the game at the moment. I'm really looking forward to see what comes next. I'm kind of surprised they didn't show any of the Christmas units, but I am looking forward to that banner as well. I hope it's going to be great. If you are summoning, this is a great banner. Whenever you can get a free Mythic, I would recommend picking it up if you are interested in Ether Raids at all. If you are not, then also the Legendary Mythic banner is still there, and it's a very, very solid banner, so you can spend your orbs there as well. Overall, it's just a great time to playing Fire Emblem Heroes. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe, and also drop a comment telling me how your summoning session went, what unit you were going after, but more importantly, tell me how you are enjoying Faye right now. What is it about the Faye channel that you enjoyed the most, and what are you looking forward to in the future of Fire Emblem Heroes? I'll catch all of you later on with more Fire Emblem Heroes. See you then.